Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk cars. Let's talk die cast. Even though I'm doing a lot of clothes, I'm going to kind of go through categories. You don't have to sell clothes. You can sell whatever you want. If you hear the cars coming, I got the door open and everybody's coming home, but I like the sunlight. It makes my videos look a little bit better. Die cast cars, I used to sell vintage toys, so that was kind of my thing. Kind of switching over to clothing, but let's talk die cast cars. There's a whole bunch of brands that you can do. Some of the bigger ones are, I'm going to go through some I don't have here, but I do have some die cast cars that I'm kind of getting through. So let's go through some. One brand is, it's called Barago. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Barago. They do more of the sports cars and stuff. Barago does. They have other ones too, but that's kind of their bigger thing, is the Porsches and stuff like that. A lot of the Baragos will be on these platforms where they're stuck on there. So, and they're pretty easy to look up. You can look up by the names and stuff like that. They're like be on the front there. It's pretty simple. And Barago is usually, you can spot them. They are on the car too, but the cars are locked in. You can take it off. They have like little screws. So if this gets damaged or something, you could actually take the car off and sell the car by itself. But there are different sizes too. Most of the ones that they go for are 1/24th is the big one that they usually do. That's the one most people like. I believe this is the 1/24th, if I remember rightly. So that's there's 1/24s, there's 1/18. I'm trying to remember all of them. Those are the two big ones, 1/24 and 1/18. And there's some other ones, smaller ones. I don't know if I have any of the smaller ones. I might not. So anyway, Barago is one of them. A real good one. Let's see, is this one? Oh, Coca-Cola Classics make them. You'll see a lot of these for Christmas and stuff like this. This one's been damaged a little bit, so anyway, this is loose. But Coca-Cola Classics makes a lot of them. 1/24th, 1/18th, those are your two that you're kind of looking for. And you can kind of tell them, they usually have it on there. But this is, usually they're bigger than your hand or close to your hand size. My neighbors, man, they love motorcycles. They love motorcycles and four-wheelers and all that. I live kind of on the edge of the country, so it's kind of good. But anyway, Coca-Cola Classics, they make a lot of the older stuff, the cool stuff, like the classic V. They probably make some other stuff, but I'm just not real familiar with them. And a lot of them will be banks. You'll see a lot of these that are banks and stuff. I believe this one was a bank at one time. And but anyway, people collect those. Here's another one that I like. This is Welly. This is a really popular one. Welly, I'm sure Welly makes newer ones, but you'll see a lot of the older Porsches and Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff like that. And Welly does a lot of different kind of cars, but they're usually more sport car. Welly likes sport car. I'm sure there's other Wellys that I'm not thinking of, and I'll look here in a minute, but just kind of give you an idea, but I just want to show you what I have. Welly's a real big one. What was this one? Liberty Classics. They do, and these brand names, they'll do different types of everything, but literally Classics, they're more into the classic stuff, as you can see. And they're very heavy. And some of the brands are less heavy, like this one's not as heavy as this one, but the Liberty Classics are usually pretty solid, man. If you got hit with one of these in the head, you'd probably cry for a while. So anyway, and they're cool too. I love their designs and stuff like that. But anyway, most of your cars will have the stuff on the bottom, and you'll see all the different stuff. And some of them are banks, like I said. You'll open them up and stuff like that, and they'll have everything. But Liberty Classic is one you want to look for. Here's one I try to stay away from, the race car ones. Mattel makes them. There's different NASCAR ones and everything. These don't sell real well for me, so I've always tried to stay away from these as much. The NASCAR cars don't sell as well as the other stuff. They're not as desirable in the collector world on diecast. But there are collectors, don't get it wrong, but I just don't feel like they're as popular as the other stuff. Here's another one. What we got here? Another Liberty Classic, just to give you an idea. See, this one's a bank, and you can easily tell because they'll have this thing right here. That's the door, and it usually has like a little, I don't know about key, but you can put like a little screwdriver in there and turn it, and that opens it up. But usually they're on the back. You'll see them. But yeah, very collectible. People collect all those. Another one that's real popular is Solido. And Solido, you'll see it'll have an S, this big S on it. Solido, this one's in the box, but yeah. And again, they make all kinds of stuff. Most of these companies do a lot of different ones. Some of the bigger ones are Maisto. I always say Maisto. They do all kinds of stuff, but I love these. You can get these a lot of times at like Goodwill and stuff, and they'll be like $2.99. And these will sell $15, $20, $30. Some of them, just plan on which one you got. And this one needs cleaning. He's been sitting up there for a while. But anyway, yeah. And another big one is Ertl. That one's a really big one. Ertl is one of the ones I really like. They sell a lot of quality die cast. Franklin Mint sells them. If you come across Franklin Mint, those are kind of like the really desirable stuff. Some of the newer brands are Jada Toys. Jada Toys has all kinds of stuff, but Jada Toys makes, they're more the muscle cars and everything. Let me pull you off here and I'll show you some of the stuff on there that I don't have. All right, everybody, we're on eBay. Jada Toys, like I said, they make everything. I'll zoom in this a little bit, but there you go. Jada Toy makes some of the, I don't know, I want to say newer stuff, but they make like cool looking, like kind of like, here's another one. Let me pull that one up. They make they just muscle cars. I guess that would be the best thing, but they're not all muscle cars. They make other stuff too. Like this one, you know, they're just kind of like, I guess muscle cars. I guess that would be the best description of them. Kind of hyped up cars and all that. So they'll make those. And what else we got? Motor Max makes them. I don't really try to buy Motor Max too much. You can keep an eye on those if you want, but I'm not big. What else we got? Mijo makes them. Again, I'm not a big fan of those. And just trying to see if some of I missed. Other brands. There's another Welly. That one's pretty cool looking. I like Welly makes a good one. I really like them. Motor Max, I don't pick up a lot of. I just don't think they're as desirable as the other ones. So check your sell-through rates. I mean, just like anything else, check your sell-through rates. Jada Toys, see, they're kind of muscle souped up cars. Souped up, that's the word I would use. Kind of, you know, kind of, I don't know, up there. There's another Barago. See, they're always on these platforms, a lot of them are. Jada Toys does make some cool stuff, like here's the Ghostbusters. And, oh, here's one, Racing Champions. I like them too. They usually do all kinds of cool looking designs and all that and stuff like that. And Revel makes some. Check your Revel. Revel, some of them are nice, some are not real good. I guess it's like everything. Some have really good sell-through rates and other ones don't. So Motor Max does make some cool stuff. I mean, like this little truck here is kind of cool. You can kind of see that. I mean, they make some neat stuff. What else we got? Let's see. There's Mijo again. Mijo. I was trying to see if there's any different brands that I haven't showed you guys. There's some knockoffs ones too. I don't want to say knockoff, but there's some, you know, off brands that just make like certain little things and all that. But those are mainly the big ones. Motor Max does make some cool stuff. Like I said, there's kind of a 1949 coupe. But you can see the money doesn't come as well. Revel kind of the same way. But when you get into like the Jada toys, those are, you can see the numbers on them. They go for a lot more money. Same thing with the wellies. The wellies bring pretty good money. And is there any other ones I could think of? I think that's about it. Here's an AutoZone one. Like I said, there are some, I don't want to say knockoff, but some off brands. I guess that would be the best one. Maisto, hit and miss. Just plan on what you're looking at. Different ones bring different money. You know, like anything. Some of them have really good sell-through rates, and just some of them are not really good and everything. So let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Jada is one of my favorite. Ertl is one of my favorites. What else we got? I think that's about all of them I could think of. Welly, as you can see, the numbers are big. Oh, here's one. Malibu Toys. This one is kind of like Jada Toys. And they bring pretty good money too, so keep an eye out for the Malibu. They're not as popular. The Jada Toys is the ones you're going to find. But if you're going to do die cast, you will find these in like garage sales and kids' toy boxes and stuff. And parents just don't know. They got them for $1. So if you can pick those up and just give you an idea, here's some of the other brands. Fast and Furious makes some. Hot Wheels makes the stuff. I don't really care for Hot Wheels. Let's look at some hurdles. Here's the Ertl ones and stuff like that. Jada Toys makes them again. I'm trying to think of anything else. But here we can look. Let's go back to just die cast. Let's go down this sell-through rate. Look at the solds. There you go. Oh, Franklin Mint. That's the Franklin Mints are a really good one. They're not always great sell-through rates, so check them. But Franklin Mints are ones that are usually pretty good prices and all of them. Usually you can find a really nice one. That's an Ertl right there. Just to give you an idea. I don't know too much about that one. Posey's American. Oh, that's an Ertl too. I just didn't recognize that one. I didn't know what that was. Let's see if there's any other ones in here. You can kind of, like I said, you can see some off brands here. This is Dukes of Hazzard, but I don't know who the maker is on it. There's another Franklin Mint. Good price on them. But you can, like I said, you can find these things for $1, $2, $3, because most people that are selling these at like a garage sales, they bought them for their kids and now they just don't want them. So like that's an Ertl right there. This is the Dukes of Hazzard. So $70, and that's sold. And so yeah, if you want to sell die cast, you know they bring some pretty good money. There's Ertls, and yeah. Anyway, die cast cars. I'm gonna start doing a series of different things that sell and everything, because you know, a lot of people, there's all kinds of different niches. You can sell where you want. You can buy diverse, you know, you can do like I'm doing is clothes. I still have toys, you know. If I see a good toy buy, you know, I'll probably still snatch them up and everything. But die cast, I really like die cast because, like I said, if there's a kid that got this from his dad, bought this like 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and he played with it, and now it's in his toy box, they'll sell this for $1. And you can turn around and sell it for 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, depending on how collectible it is. So yeah, they're items that people just don't really pay attention to, especially moms and dads selling them at garage sales. They'll just let them go. If you're getting them at if you're getting these at like a Goodwill, you're probably $3.99, maybe $5, $6.99. There might be one that's $9.99, but most of them are $4.99. So if you can sell it for $30, yeah. So all right, hope that helps you guys. Diecast, go get them if you're a diecast collector. All right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. See you.